So you might remember this iconic photo of Swedish teen activist Greta Thunberg, right the way across with the Manhattan skyline in the background. Greta Thunberg in August made her way from the UK right across the Atlantic to Manhattan on a solar-panelled yacht. Now, she's had a busy few weeks in the Americas, but the end of her journey was scheduled to take place in Chile for the UN COP25 conference. But that has changed. That's because there's been a change of location from Chile right away across to Madrid in Spain for that conference. Well, why has the location been changed? There's been mass unrest in Chile for the last couple of weeks, with people really not satisfied with their government. There's been violent protests, all stemming back to inequality in the country. Now, the Chilean president, he's announced a number of changes, including a reshuffle of the cabinet, but that hasn't satisfied protesters and that hasn't quelled the protests on the streets. And that really caused the Chilean president to announce a change. He said he wants to put his duty is to the Chilean people first. And then he said on Twitter that he wanted to safeguard public order and give urgent solutions to social demands. And so he decided to cancel both APEC and COP summits. That led Greta Thunberg to take to social media to call for help. She said, I've travelled around halfway around the world, but in the wrong way. And now she's looking for a way to cross back in the Atlantic by this COP25 summit now in Madrid. And she's not exaggerating when she's saying she travelled halfway across the world, because we can just take a look here. Right now she's in Los Angeles, and it is about over 9,000 kilometres away to get to Madrid. It's unclear as to how she's going to make that journey across the Atlantic. But her call for help was answered by the ecology minister in Spain, who said that she'd be happy to help her on her journey. But she's not the only one that's stuck. In fact, there are 36 young people who were inspired by Greta. They got their own sailboat to make their way to that conference. Now, we can have a look at their journey. They posted this image as to what their trajectory would be like. They are presently right here, just off the northwest coast of Africa. They said they'd have to continue their journey to Brazil and then turn back around. So certainly for Greta and also for these climate activists, they're hoping the wind will be in their sails to make it back by December.